Hi, I'm Officer Medina, and today I will be conducting your citizenship interview.
Nice to meet you, officer.
Can I see your permanent resident card and a valid ID?
Yes, here they are.
Thank you. You can put them away now. Can I also see your appointment letter?
Yes, here it is.
Thank you. Now, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm that the statements you will give and provide today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. You can put your hand down and you can take a seat. Now we are going to do the civics test. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and you will need to answer 6 of them correctly to approve this part of the interview.
Okay.
First question: who was the first president?
George Washington.
What is the name of the president of the United States now?
Donald Trump.
Name 2 national U.S. holidays.
Independence Day. Thanksgiving.
Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in?
World War II.
If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president?
The Vice President.
What does the Constitution do?
Sets up the government.
What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now?
J.D. Vance.
What is freedom of religion?
You can practice any religion or not practice a religion.
Who makes federal laws?
Congress.
What is the political party of the president now?
Republican.
Now please read the following sentence.
What state has the most people?
Now please write the following sentence. California has the most people. California has the most people. California has the most people. What is your complete name?
Ana Martinez Gonzalez.
What other names have you used in the past?
I have not used any other names.
Are you going to make any changes to your name?
Yes, I would like to remove Martinez from my name.
When were you born?
March 10th, 1989.
What country were you born in?
I was born in Mexico.
What are the last 4 digits of your social?
1129.
What is your height and your weight?
I am 5 feet 8 inches tall and I weigh 155 pounds.
What is your address?
149 West Adams Boulevard, Los Angeles, California.
Who lives with you at this address?
My husband and my children.
What is your mailing address?
My mailing address is the same as my physical address.
Where did you live before?
1324 East 6th Street, Los Angeles, California.
Are you married, single, divorced, or widowed?
I am married.
And what is the date that you got married?
That was on November 29th, 2015.
Is your spouse a U.S. citizen?
No, he is not.
How many times have you been married?
Only one time.
Have you ever been divorced?
No, never.
Do you have children?
Yes, I do.
How many children do you have?
I have 2 children.
What is your relationship with your children?
I am the biological mother of my children.
How long have you been a permanent resident?
For 8 years.
How did you become a permanent resident?
My father petitioned me.
What do you do for a living?
I work at a school as an assistant.
What is the name of your employer?
Los Angeles School District.
And how long have you worked at your job?
For 5 years.
Now, can I see your passports, please?
Yes, here they are.
How many trips have you taken out of the United States in the last 5 years?
5 trips in total.
Have you ever spent more than 6 months out of the year outside of the United States?
No.
Please allow me one moment.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te está yendo con la práctica? Recuerda que si te gustaría prepararte para responder una entrevista como esta, ofrecemos un curso en nuestra página cursosconfernando.com. En este curso encontrarás un orden de trabajo sin interrupciones que podrás estudiar a tu propio ritmo y a tus propios tiempos sin importar tu nivel de inglés. Además, contarás con el apoyo de nuestro equipo ayudándote en tu preparación. Recuerda, esta página es cursosconfernando.com. Continuemos con la práctica. Mucha suerte.
Now, please answer yes or no to the following questions. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No.
Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No.
Do you currently owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States?
No.
Since you became a lawful permanent resident, have you called yourself a non-resident alien on a federal, state, or local tax return, or decided not to file a tax return because you considered yourself to be a non-resident?
No.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any communist or totalitarian party anywhere in the world?
No.
Have you ever advocated any of the following or been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any of the following? Opposition to all organized government.
No.
World communism.
No.
The establishment in the United States of a totalitarian dictatorship.
No.
The overthrow by force or violence or other unconstitutional means of the government of the United States or all forms of law.
No.
The unlawful assaulting or killing of any officer or officers of the government of the United States or of any other organized government because of their official character.
No.
The unlawful damage, injury, or destruction of property.
No.
Or sabotage.
No.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that used a weapon or explosive with intent to harm another person or cause damage to property?
No.
Engaged in kidnapping, assassination, or hijacking, or sabotage of an airplane, ship, vehicle, or other mode of transportation.
No.
Threatened, attempted, conspired, prepared, planned, advocated for, or incited others to commit any of the acts listed in item numbers 6A or 6B.
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in any of the following? Torture,
No.
genocide,
No.
killing or trying to kill any person,
No.
intentionally and severely injuring or trying to injure any person,
No.
any kind of sexual contact or activity with any person who did not consent or was unable to consent or was being forced or threatened by you or by someone else.
No.
Not letting someone practice their religion.
No.
Causing harm or suffering to any person because of their race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion.
No.
Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, or participated in any military or police unit?
No.
Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, or participated in any armed group, for example, paramilitary unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, or guerrilla group?
No.
Have you ever worked, volunteered, or otherwise served in a place where people were detained, for example, a prison, jail, prison camp, detention facility, or labor camp? Or have you ever directed or participated in any other activity that involved detaining people?
No.
Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person or threatened to do so?
No.
Have you ever sold, provided, or transported weapons, or assisted any person in selling, providing, or transporting weapons which you knew or believed would be used against another person?
No.
Have you ever received any weapons training, paramilitary training, or other military type training?
No.
Have you ever recruited, enlisted, conscripted, or used any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed group, or attempted or worked with others to do so?
No.
Have you ever used any person under 15 years of age to take part in hostilities or attempted or worked with others to do so? This could include participating in combat or providing services related to combat.
No.
Include all the crimes and offenses in the United States or anywhere in the world, including domestic violence, driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol, and crimes and offenses while you were under 18 years of age, which you ever committed, agreed to commit, or asked someone else to commit. Were arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official, or immigration official. Were charged with committing, helping commit, or trying to commit. Pled guilty to, were convicted of, were placed in an alternative sentencing or a rehabilitative program for, or received a suspended sentence, clemency, amnesty, or pardon for, or were placed on probation or paroled for.
No to all of them.
Have you ever committed, agreed to commit, asked someone else to commit, helped commit, or tried to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested?
No.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official, or immigration official for any reason or been charged with a crime or offense?
No.
If you received a suspended sentence, were placed on probation, or were paroled, have you completed your suspended sentence, probation, or parole?
No to all of them.
Have you ever engaged in prostitution, attempted to procure or import prostitutes or persons for the purpose of prostitution, or received any proceeds or money from prostitution?
No.
Have you ever manufactured, cultivated, produced, distributed, dispensed, sold, or smuggled any controlled substances, illegal drugs, narcotics, or drug paraphernalia in violation of any law or regulation of a U.S. state, the United States, or a foreign country?
No.
Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time?
No.
Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit?
No.
Have you ever helped anyone to enter or tried to enter the United States illegally?
No.
Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling?
No.
Have you ever failed to support your dependents or to pay alimony?
No.
Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States?
No.
Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading?
No.
Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States?
No.
Have you ever been placed in removal, rescission, or deportation proceedings?
No.
Have you ever been removed or deported from the United States?
No.
Have you ever left the United States to avoid being drafted in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Have you ever applied for any kind of exemption for military service in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Do you now have, or did you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country?
No.
Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
Yes.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Are you unable to take the oath of allegiance because of a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment?
No.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes.
Okay, please give me one moment. Congratulations. At this time, you have approved your citizenship interview.
Si te gustaría informarte de cómo son las entrevistas en la oficina que a ti te corresponde, dónde tendrás tu entrevista, te invito a que nos sigas en nuestro segundo canal de YouTube, Citizens Ahora. En este segundo canal ponemos experiencias todos los días de diferentes partes del país. Puede ser que una de estas experiencias te dé información que tú necesitas para tu entrevista. Así que no olvides, síguenos en nuestro segundo canal de experiencias, Citizens Ahora.